Are we recording? Damn, that was unamusing as fuck, dog. That was unamusing as fuck. That's just it. Took his little sweet time. Y'all already know what the fuck is going on. I'm not going to introduce this shit just yet, but I am. You dig what I'm saying? I go by the name of Dad. And right here to my right.
Did you say dad?
Dad.
Okay, like father? Okay. I am Defacto Thezpian, a.k.a. the fat hoe lesbian, a.k.a. DJ No Request. That's a fact.
Lit.
The fact.
Lit.
You know.
It's like shit.
You know what I'm saying?
So what I do is on the show, man, I love to ask people 3 questions for the introduction.
Okay.
The 3 questions is, who are you, what do you do, and why do you do it? Talk to me.
Who are you? What do you do? And why do I do it?
Yep.
Okay. Who am I? I am. I remember when they asked like, "Who are you?" with Jay-Z or Narwhal. This nigga went real deep and philosophical.
Yeah.
Shit. He was like,
I'm
"No,
Jay-Z."
Right. Yes.
Just
so
for Marcy Project.
right.
And I found a way.
I am Defacto Thezpian. BKA Raheem Royal.
Come on.
From Durham, North Carolina. What do I do? I act.
Come on.
I rap.
Come on.
I produce.
Come on.
I songwrite.
Come on.
I direct.
Come on.
And
Stop playing with him.
I make people smile, man.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what we do.
And why do I do it?
Yes, sir.
Because it makes me happy to serve. You know what I'm saying? It makes me happy to make other people happy and to be of use and service. You know what I'm saying?
Come on. Love wins, man.
Yeah, man. For
Love
sure.
wins.
Nah, for sure.
Love wins. So what I want to know is the breakdown of the name,
Okay.
Defacto Thezpian.
Right.
I have an idea,
Okay.
right? I could be wrong.
Okay.
Other people, when they see the name, they're like, okay,
Right.
this is different. Because, you know, like names like Defacto Thezpian, Camus Leonardo,
Right.
you feel me?
Right.
It's different,
Right.
right?
True.
So break down the name for us, man.
Yeah, Defacto Thezpian. Okay, so since we're doing the talking shit,
The little talk.
you know what I'm saying?
Tap.
Yeah. Okay. So Defacto. Well, okay. Back when I was in high school, I graduated 2010. Right. So I was there 06, to 10.
For sure.
During that period of time, a lot of people were saying, "Oh, I'm real." Real this. You remember that being like a little like period of time? I don't like to say the word era. Okay, we're gonna ban that word for the interview. I don't like saying era. Okay,
Come on.
niggas, y'all be milking it. You feel me? But during that period of time, motherfuckers will always say real this, real that. I'm real, da da da, da whatever. Right.
Yeah.
So I have a conversation with my cousin Dekayan. And we're having a conversation one night, just like literally looking up synonyms for the word real. And one of the words that popped up was de facto. And I was like, damn, I like that shit. That's, you know what I mean? And I had never heard of that word before, never heard it used. You know what I'm saying? I was like, damn, that shit's kind of dope or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Now, at the time, I had made my name Thezpian. Okay, my rap name Thezpian. Thezpian is the last name of the first ever recorded actor, which is why it's a synonym for actor.
Yeah.
Acting.
Yeah.
So at the time, my rap name was Thezpian because I did theater in high school. If you all didn't know, I'm the only person at Hillside High to ever win 3 Star Actor of the Year awards.
Come on.
Out of the 4.
Talk your shit, King.
I would have won 4 to be real, you feel me? But they didn't do the awards the last year that I was there. But
to be de facto.
to be de facto.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. So I call myself Thezpian because like I said, I am an actor.
Come on.
And I was really heavily into plays. And I made my Facebook name Defacto Thezpian. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because it just, you remember when everybody was changing their names on Facebook or whatever, and I just needed some shit that looked cool and it looked dope as fuck.
Yeah.
And then slowly but surely I was like, yo, like why not just make my shit my artist name, Defacto Thezpian. So
Nice.
in a literal sense, it means real actor. So now
Wordplay.
the meaning has kind of diversified because now I also use it as a way to acknowledge my love for cinema
Yes.
and acting. And if you listen to my music, 9 times out of 10, I'm making a film reference.
Yes.
I pride myself in being like the best at like making film references and show references in my verses or whatever. Like,
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, that's it. The long story.
Speaking of film references, right?
Yes.
Now, I believe that as artists, we didn't do the best shit yet. Okay?
Right.
What is your favorite film reference thus far of what you wrote?
Okay. I don't know. It's weird. I feel like I kind of anticipated this question being asked, not necessarily by you, but by like somebody or whatever.
Yeah.
So I was listening to some of my stuff.
Yeah.
I really want to say off the top of my head is I have released a mixtape in 2017 called Burgundy Skylines.
Oh, fire.
There's an intro.
That's what Cotton Candy Sky's on there?
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah, I like that.
And
I like
the first song is called Falls to the Kingdom. And I have a bar on there where I had just watched Whiplash. That came out around like 2015-ish or whatever. Yes. Phenomenal film.
Yeah.
Especially if you're artists, definitely recommend for you to watch it
sure.
if you really want to like
For sure.
just see how driven and motivated you really can be, right?
Facts.
So I have a bar on there. And I can't remember. I don't even want to misquote myself or whatever. But I think I have a bar on there setting up a Whiplash bar.
Yeah.
And it talks about J.K. Simmons, the actor, because he's, he plays on the film or whatever.
Oh, so yeah,
And-
some entendres.
Yeah. Oh my God. It's so fucking hard. It's so fucking hard. And I'm like, niggas
Yeah.
just don't know,
Yeah.
man. Like, but
Yeah.
literally, if you go back and listen to my shit, more times than not, I usually have at least one film reference in like every song that I do.
Yeah.
At least one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But yeah, so I would say Falls to the Kingdom in that first verse I do this just phenomenal setup for Whiplash. And it's just like, and I wish more niggas would acknowledge it. But sometimes shit be going over people's heads or.
Not everybody know though.
Yeah, niggas, you know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, because if you haven't seen Whiplash, you don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so.
But you also gotta understand, like, niggas don't know how to think for themselves either.
That's
like,
a fact.
Nowadays, people watch what's hot. Nowadays, people watch what's on social media.
That's a fact.
They don't take initiative to be like, yo, let me watch what the fuck I want to watch.
No, that's a fact.
You know what I mean?
That's a fact.
But
Yeah.
it's good because we need that because it's refreshing because it's like, I see what y'all doing, but look, check this out.
Right,
You know what I'm saying?
right. I don't like to. What I try to do with my career is not be a wave rider, but a wave creator. And when you accept that role, you have to also accept that sometimes people are not going to get it immediately, and sometimes people are not going to know that it's a new wave being created until other people are showing that it can be a wave that is ridden on or whatever. You know what I mean? So like I don't know. I feel like it's one of those things where like hopefully,
Right.
people just go back through my catalog and they're like, oh shit, damn, this nigga does a lot of motherfucking.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay. You know what I mean? So if there's one, like I said, if there's one thing I think I do better than just about anybody as far as like music wise, it's definitely like making movie bars.
For sure.
Because I'm deep in that bitch.
Yeah.
Deep.
Same with your visuals too, though.
No, I'm deep
In there.
in that.
In there.
Anyway, yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on. This is how deep I am. That was such a bad example. You can't find it? You can't find it, you little dick ass nigga? Okay, all right, relax, bitch. All right, relax.
Hey, quick question. Hey, yo, what the fuck, man? That shit said splop. All right, so listen, what I wanted to ask you, right? So one thing I've noticed that you said was you don't ride the wave. And a lot of people find validation in riding the wave, right?
Yeah?
So just
Damn, I
as
put too much weed in this bitch. I'm so sorry.
Perfect. As a creative person, right? Just as a being, how do you maintain that validation within self by knowing that you can do shit that people may not catch on to because they just don't know out of ignorance? And, you know, as artists, we're sensitive about our shit. Shout out to Badu. You feel me? So it's like we do it for people, and you being of service, you want people to enjoy it.
Facts.
So how do you maintain that confidence, you know what I'm saying, that bravado in a sense?
I don't know. I don't think I want to look at it, perceive it as confidence, even though I know it is perception wise for other people. That's what it is. But for me, it's just like, it's more so. It's just like I'm just refused to compromise certain standards that I have, right? And a standard that I have for myself, if I'm going to really call myself a creative and an artist, and a new, hopefully brilliant mind is that I'm not doing what other people are doing. So just in that sense, it's like, you know what I mean? And I think that's not even something that's music related. I think that's just something in general. I've always just been that way. It's like, nah, I just don't like doing what other people are doing because, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, it's cool, but it's like, shit get played out so fast. But think about how many great songs that you heard on the radio that because it was so dope at the fucking time, niggas overplayed the fuck out of it. And now it's like when you hear it, it's like, oh my God, I can't stand this song. When it's really a great song, you know what I'm saying? But like just in general, I feel like people have a huge tendency to just kind of like oversaturate what they really like. You know what I mean? So in that regard, I actually appreciate not being immediately caught on to because I don't want to be oversaturated as well. You dig what I'm saying? I don't want to be played out as soon as I come in. You feel me? And I also don't want to be a one-trick pony or perceived that way. So it's like, for me, I just like, you know, I believe in legacy, right? You know what I mean? So, and, you know, there's instances all the time in whatever career you can think of where like sometimes you don't have the high times at the very beginning of the career. Sometimes it's like later on when you least expect it, right? You know what I mean? So it's like, wake it up. I've been doing shit for a fucking minute. You know what I mean? I've been rapping on the scene since like 2011, but I was rapping in high school too. So I've been doing this shit for over 10 years. You know what I mean? And to go back to your question, it's just like, I feel like I want to stay fresh. I want to be one of, not to quote Whiplash, but I want to be one of the greats. And I feel like to be one of the greats, you always have to find ways to be ahead of the curve and not necessarily be, and even if you do something with the curve, it's like, okay, how can I find a new way to do it? Right. Back in the day, I used to rap all the time over like niggas beats, right? But I would purposely not listen to the original song, so whatever version you heard it sounds original. You know what I'm saying? It's like when you listen to Lil Wayne rap over somebody beats,
you was on your Wayne
nigga,
shit.
you feel me? Like you don't even know how the original shit sound. You feel me? So it's just like but just little things like that. But I just don't think in general it's kind of been a natural thing. It's like I've always kind of stood out just because of how I naturally am. And it's like I don't want to. Music is about showing a reflection of your authentic self, of your true self. So it's like, if that's really how I am in life, then of course I'm not going to want to be anything different in my music. You know what I mean? So
art imitates life.
That's a fact. I hope I answered that question.
No, you did.
Okay,
you did, man. So when it comes to that, as far as being original, being authentic, right? At the same time, as we all know, there's nothing new under the sun. That's a fact. Everything's a cycle. You do a great job at still maintaining that originality.
Thank you.
But what are examples or people, and it doesn't have to be in the music realm or just the theater realm or even movie realm, you know what I'm saying? But just on all aspects. Who do you study to kind of create your own blueprint?
Well, let's say this.
Okay. Break it down.
The first two hip hop artists that I became a fan of, the first two albums I ever listened to was College Dropout and Chicken and Beer. Those are the first two albums.
Shout out to Ye and Luda. Because
those were my first two albums, I feel like they kind of really laid out the blueprint for what I wanted to achieve. Ludacris, of course, with like his wittiness, but his cadence, you know what I'm saying?
Visuals.
All that, right?
Yeah.
And then Kanye even more so, production, just really creating his own. I mean, not that Ludacris doesn't do it, but they're both kind of hand in hand for me, right?
Yeah,
but like, artistry and technical rapping skills, right? It's like I wanted to really make sure that I did that. So those were like the founding fathers, right, of Defacto.
Yeah.
Now moving forward, I mean, I don't know. I feel like I'm inspired by a lot, right? I'm shit, hip hop is still, it's still competition for me, right? You know what I mean? So, for me, when I'm looking at peers, you know what I mean, doing their thing really good, like it motivates me to like want to get on my shit or whatever. But like in a grand scale, I definitely look at a lot of actors, of course. I really appreciate the cast of Atlanta.
Talk about it.
Just about every person at this point has been nominated for an Oscar through their works.
Come on.
Right?
Right.
I appreciate, this is going to sound random, but I appreciate Justin Timberlake. I appreciate DJ Dahi.
Why do you appreciate Justin Timberlake?
Appreciate Justin Timberlake because I dare say that like he redefined what pop was.
Ooh. Senorita era or like with Pharrell or Timberland?
I first became a fan during the Pharrell era.
Okay.
Well, Pharrell period.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Right.
Yeah.
Senorita was definitely my first like favorite song by this nigga.
Yeah.
All right. But just the entire Justified album, fucking crazy.
Crazy.
But my favorite album by him is the 2020 Experience. That shit changed my life. That's literally the first album I ever bought too. Like, because Chicken and Beer College Dropout, I was too young, so my great grandma got me that or whatever. But yeah, that was literally the first album I ever like physically purchased.
Explicit or clean?
Explicit.
Ooh, shout out to Granny, yo.
Yeah. Oh no, you talking about when she got me? No, she got me to edit it.
Oh, okay.
But this is back when edited was still fire though. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Edited back in the day, like you still could bop to that shit hard. It wouldn't be no. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like niggas would. You know what I mean? Wait till you see my.
Yeah.
Come on, bro. That's clever as fuck. Niggas would have put that song out now. They would have been like, wait till you see my.
Yeah.
Right, you be hearing like the little. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, Justin Timberlake. I mean, this it's just random people. It's not necessarily like I have specific people outside the first two that I mentioned because those are always in the blueprint. But I'm inspired by a lot, man. Just when I see creativity from anybody, you feel me? It just kind of if it's like something fresh, refreshing, it motivates the fuck out of me. You know what I'm saying? Like I can be watching a chef do a promo video and I'm like, damn, that was fire. How you know what I'm saying? With the music, how they edited, like little things like that. So yeah, I wouldn't say that I have like any at this period of time. Now it's kind of like I'm in a space where like I'm accepting all information, all resources. You know what I mean?
Yeah. How do you feel about Future Sex Love Sounds?
Fire.
I was about to say that's the one that did it for me. Because Justified brought me in. But Future Sex and Love Sounds?
Yes, I think that's a great album, but I didn't think it was a great album until after the fact.
Ooh.
Because I did not like Sexy Back. But
they
I
played it too much.
Yes.
They played like you
But I loved My Love.
Oh,
that's
My Love. Bruh, golly. And then the end part where like this
where they break down the shit. Dog, when My Love came out, bro, I remember being in the fucking dressing room at Hillside, niggas doing that little shit with their chest like you know what I'm saying? Like but
y'all know y'all was doing that shit, so don't even front. Don't even front.
Nigga, I remember when Get It Shouty came out by Lloyd.
Oh my
Game changer of a song. Man, I remember
when
being
that
in
shit drop,
bruh.
Get it shawty. Bruh,
we did we choreographed on the fly. I was like the seniors At the time, class of 07, and some of the freshmen or whatever, niggas was in the chorus room choreographing the dance to that shit. I was getting behind this little big booty joint or whatever I ended up fucking with, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, yeah, and back then your boy had the bird for real. You know what I'm saying? I ain't talking Larry, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I was skinny as hell, but yeah, I mean, you know, even songs like that, like just, man, when it's just something like really fresh. Yeah. And I'm not talking like Yeezus fresh, because Yeezus was, that wasn't really my bag. You feel me?
Futuristic type shit.
Yeah, it can be whatever it is, but whatever you want to describe it as, one thing that is certain, it was not for me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so, that was but you know what I mean? Like, there's but yeah, there's just multiple examples, man, of just like dope people, dope organizations, duos, teams, whatever, just doing it. You know what I mean? I mean, even, nigga, your shit motivates me. You know what I'm saying? Like, just to kind of like keep, I just need tiny reminders. You know what I'm saying? Like, not that what any one person is doing is tiny, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I just need these little like reminders.
Yeah, for sure.
Every day, every other, whatever. You know what I'm saying? To kind of just, so I look at, you know, I'm looking at people like you or whatever to kind of keep me going and kind of keep me like, for sure. Oh, I like the way he's flowing on that song, or I like the way he, you know what I mean? Yeah. So, yeah. Yeah, man. Hey, I want to pause the podcast real quick.
Go ahead, pause it.
To say, listen, when we was about to do this shit.
Yeah. This is a verbal contract.
I told him, I said, you know, I know you don't really, you know what I'm saying, but I really want to smoke the goddamn, you feel me? Yeah. He was like, well, look, my nigga, you know what I'm saying? When his tone get lower, when he says my nigga and it's a lower tone, that ain't he really meaning. He's like, look, my nigga.
Facts.
He was like, when we do it, I'll give you my word. If you roll up, I'm going to smoke it with you.
I said that.
He told me that months ago, damn near a year ago, and I always remembered. I said, when I get there, and luckily I had some of that San Fran.
Exactly.
So yeah, we about to do that, man.
I thought this nigga was gonna forget.
No.
Hey yo,
nigga, I'll forget my lyrics before I forget. You know what I'm saying?
Real nigga shit, though. Writing the bars that you do, right? Writing the songs that you do. How the fuck do you remember that shit?
I'm be honest with you, a lot of times I don't. But to really answer your question, like, nah, like legit,
bruh, cause like, bruh, just first of all, the cadence, the flows, the transitions, you know what I'm saying? The syllables. You dig what I'm saying? That's a lot, bro. What the fuck?
And I'm not Logic.
Yeah, nah.
All right, so yes, to answer your question more adequately though, like rehearsal. Rehearsal. A lot of people underestimate the value of rehearsal. Rehearsal was something that's important to me because I came up in theater, so I'm used to doing that all the time. So with music, just keep doing it. Yeah. You know, and like when I really was on it, I would rehearse like 2 or 3 times a week. If I got a show that's like 2 months out, I'm getting up with the DJ 2-3 times a week just to rehearse. We doing like the set twice, you know what I'm saying? And doing it like that. And that way, like to your point, repetition, that's how I'm usually getting it. But a lot of times, nigga, man, the good thing is that a lot of times I rap it faster. So if I fuck up on words and I just kind of keep the same pace, niggas don't even know what the fuck I'm saying. I'll be like, they be like,
let the sound quality be trash too. It's a rap. You can finesse the fuck out of that, nigga. All you gotta do is, like you said, nigga, I done made, bruh. I'm like the E40 of Durham, nigga. I done made up so many fucking words while I'm trying to remember the original shit I said. I'm like, I said, and Defacto Thezpian. It's I just wouldn't have taught about it, you know what I mean? Like, or sometimes I'll just be like, yo, I forgot. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, but yeah, no, it's definitely difficult as fuck. Yeah. I mean, that's why I don't even try to remember. There's only 2 songs on the planet Earth that I know the lyrics for, bar for bar, word for word, that are not mine. Yeah. Only 2 songs. Okay. And I've been listening to music all my life. Yeah. Reasons, Earth, Wind, and Fire. Yeah. It's my favorite song. Reasons. Yeah, I'm gonna just, yeah.
Second song, yeah, please stop.
That shit was horrible. That shit was horrible. Bro, off day. Go ahead though. Second song.
Second song is Get 'Em High, Kanye West.
Wow.
Now, I literally did not plan for it to be like that, but yes, literally. So those are the two songs. Random jumps in generations, obviously, but those are literally the two songs. Other than that, bro, like, I have a hard enough time remembering my own lyrics, dog. Like, whoo! That's low-key why I feel like I've been slowing down my shit, too, because it just makes it easier to remember.
Bro, I swear, dog.
That's a fact.
Nigga, if you eat 40, nigga, I'm too short.
Bitch! Word up. She hidden? She straight?
What is it, sativa? Indica, hybrid.
I'll be honest with you.
Straight up. It's giving me a sativa vibe. I'm fucking with it.
Word up.
Yeah.
You don't have to smoke all the weed the same, because it's like, if you have really, really good weed, you don't really need to smoke all of it at once, because that should be kind of OD, because half a joint might do it. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? A quarter,
exactly.
Depending on how much you put in there or whatever. So I feel like sometimes it's like, we'll have some really good weed, but be smoking that shit like it's just some regular old gas or whatever. The next thing you know, it's like, that shit like, oh, shit. Bro. You feel me? Like,
yeah, facts. Facts. Speaking of shorties, because we've had multiple conversations about shorties, let's tap into that realm.
Okay. I didn't know we was going to go there.
We going everywhere with it, man. Because, you know, you multifaceted, so we can't just be one-dimensional with this shit. You feel me?
My nigga.
So when it comes to doing what it is that you do with life, right? And just how you move. How do you balance a love life within your realm? Sips, drink. Swear to God.
I don't. I don't know. I don't feel like. Yes. Music-wise, career-wise, a lot of things are going really well for me. But I think on like a personal, like a human basis, I don't think I'm necessarily in the right position, because I've devoted so much and sacrificed so much, you know what I'm saying, to do music. So I don't, some of the simple luxuries, you know what I mean, like I don't necessarily have, like I don't have a car, you know what I'm saying, I don't, you know what I mean, there's a few things, you know. Nigga, I drove my sister's car to get to your shit today. You feel
shout
me?
out
Like,
to sis, bro.
Shout out to sis, man. Me and
out
her, you know, shout out to Michaela, dog. So like,
thank you, man.
you know, but I mean, but if I'm prepared emotionally to invest, I mean, I don't know. I don't really, it's more so just making sure that whoever I'm involved with, that she knows that like how committed I am to this. You know what I mean? Like, so it's not necessarily about finding a balance, but just making sure that we know from the jump like how it's going to be. You know what I'm saying? Like, at any given time, I might be like, yo, like I got to do this, or you know what I'm saying? Or there's going to be nights where I'm like, yo, I'm focused on doing this. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm going to be at a lot of shows. You know what I'm saying? You have to be prepared for me to be like talking to a lot of people, a lot of women. You know what I'm saying?
Got to be secure.
Yeah, for sure. So I think it's about really, and you know, some of that, of course, like you have to experience on hand, you know, in the moment or whatever, and kind of adjust as you go. But I think trying to establish that in the beginning is definitely how that helps keep it a healthy balance, so to speak. But I'm always going to choose what I'm pursuing over that.
Wake it up.
You know what I mean?
Wake it up.
Because that's like, that's what makes me happy. You know what I'm saying? I've tried to quit music fucking, I don't know how many times, dog. Like, I'm so sorry.
Nah, you good, nigga. You home.
But, you know what I mean? So like, this makes me happy. You feel me? Now, don't get me wrong.
Wake it up.
Women.
Come on.
It's like, it could be argued as my number one addiction. You know what I mean? I am infatuated. I am infatuated with women. Come on. Okay? Yeah. Like, these are the most beautiful makings of the universe ever. You feel me? So I really get caught up with women, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna hold you, you know what I mean? I can fall easily.
Come on.
I can get attached easily, you know what I'm saying? Like,
We love love,
it's, you know, it's hard for me to let go, you feel me? Like, you know, I really get in it, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, I'm also trying to make sure that, like, I'm reading the signs, you know what I'm saying?
Ooh.
Reading the signs right, because if you read the signs right going in, then you don't necessarily have to worry about the balance. You just got to worry about doing what you got to do and making sure you stay to it. You feel me?
Come on.
So, you know, but yeah, you know what I'm saying? But like, you know, now, man, it's just, like I said, I don't think I'm necessarily in a position, and I could be wrong, you know what I mean? I could be wrong, but I don't think I'm necessarily in a position in my life to like have like a full out relationship. I would love to. I want to. You know what I'm saying? It's not that I don't. I'm one of the rappers that like, yeah, nigga, like, I'm one of the rappers, bro. I don't want to meet Rihanna. I mean, okay, I'm not gonna say Rihanna because I do want Rihanna. Sorry, Rocky. I'm sorry, but
Shout out to
maybe
A$AP.
anyone outside of her and Vanessa Williams. But
Cougar. Nah, that's Jaguar.
come on, man.
That's Jaguar.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Echelon. But
Yeah.
I'm not necessarily trying to meet someone in the industry to fall in love with. I always told the homies, like, if I stay with someone for real, it's gonna be someone that I've already known from around the way.
Yes.
Because then I know genuinely that you're there for me, and it's not anything else. It's not the talent, it's not the success, it's not the prospect of success or whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying? It's not just a sex toy or whatever. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's not none of that. You know what I mean? So, but until I'm in a position where I feel secure in the person that, like, I feel like, okay, like this, you know, she's ready to take me as I am. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, I'm just on my, what's the safe way to say it? You know what I mean? Because I don't want to get too blunt on this podcast. I mean, I could, but
Nah, nigga, that's what it's about. We smoking weed on the podcast.
we are smoking weed on the podcast.
Yeah, like, at this point, we Gucci. Get blunt. Go ahead.
Yeah, so at this point, it's like, you know, I really be on my, like, let's fuck shit.
Yeah.
You know, make love. You know what I mean? Because
Honesty.
the honestly, yeah, like the longer it goes, the more passionate I'm going to be in bed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Honestly.
yeah,
So like, but yeah, that's the type of time I'm on, and it's not because I don't want to, but it's just like, you know what I mean? Like, and it's crazy because I feel like subconsciously I'm like being rude. I'll act a certain way towards the women that I'm having these like meaningful interactions with or whatever.
Yeah.
Because I don't want them to fall for me because I'm like, I'm not there yet. Or literally I just want to have sex with you. Like many a times I have been in a situation where like the woman is asking me, that's all you want? You don't want me to cook for you? You don't want to do this? You don't want to? Nah, bro. Like, let's just link, have sex. You know what I'm saying? Let's enjoy each other's company in that moment or whatever. And you know what I mean? If I'm vibing with you enough, like, we'll cuddle. You know what I'm saying? If you know what I mean?
You know, when it comes to love, the true love is loving ourselves. And
that's a fact.
As artists, I think people just get so caught on to what we show people and just the external shit, but the insecurities we carry,
that can make you so. I'm telling you, man. Bro. I'm telling you, they're like, it's truly internal things that'll turn me away from women. Like, you know what I mean? I've seen beautiful women that just look like they have shitty ass attitudes, and immediately I'll be like, oh, you make my dick soft.
Oh, God. Like, Like that.
No offense. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, full offense. Fuck that shit.
I'm just, you know what I mean? I'm just like, it doesn't pay to have a shitty personality, man. Like, it doesn't, that shit is just, like, not only is it ugly in like a physical sense, right? But like just like, I don't even, you know what I mean? Like, you can meet a beautiful person with a shitty attitude in like a networking situation, and you may not even want to encounter that. You know what I mean? That person is just like, oh, like you got too much. Yeah. You got too much with you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, so when I say like you make my dick soft, I mean like emotionally and mentally too. It's just like you not, you know what I mean? Like you really making me recede back. You know what I'm saying? Like Stevie Wonder's hairline. You feel me? Like,
bro,
nigga. Let me tell y'all something. You feel me?
Yeah, about it. I'm already high as hell, bro.
Good.
But nah, so like when it comes,
shout out to Stevie Wonder, man.
Shout out to Stevie Wonder.
One of the most incredible artists ever to fucking grace the planet.
But cut your shit, bro. Cut your shit. I'm tired of niggas who got locks who's hanging on by the chinny chin chin, my nigga. If you know for a fact that shit is gone, let it go, bro. Let it go.
And there's no problem in letting it go. Like, I feel like, like, LeBron, I know I'm going to meet you later on. Facts. You know what I'm saying? Facts. With my career. So I apologize in advance. But, you know, look, it would have been cool if LeBron had just let it go like a while ago. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
You know, and just embrace it, bro. Like, my nigga, that's why Michael did it.
But that's why.
You feel me?
No, but that's why he's not gonna do it, because you know how many niggas is gonna be like, oh, now you
right,
Michael.
True. But I'm like, man, I don't know. I don't want to be. I'm embracing the grays. I'm embracing everything, bro. Like I had, nigga, I just got a retwist recently, right? Right. All right. Shout out to Karma who did it.
What up, Karma?
And
the singer Karma?
No. Naughty Hair Studios. They're in Raleigh.
Hey, shout out to y'all.
So I just got a retwist, whatever. But before that, it had been like 6 months, right before I got one. During that time, 3 lots came out. Because my roots were like really weak, and you know what I'm saying, I kept trying to, you know how like you got to go through your hair to kind of make sure shit don't like grow attached, and I'm doing that, my shit coming out, right? And you know, everybody be like, well, you know, you can reattach them, and I'm like, but
for what?
They came out, nigga. My hair is still growing. I got new lots coming in, like
exactly.
I lost those, but you know what I'm saying, like I don't want to, you know what I mean, so I don't want to be that nigga that tries to fake the hairline. I don't want to fake the hairline. I don't want to fake the hair color. Like when the grays come in, they come in. Like fuck it, nigga. Salt and pepper.
Oh God. Nah, embrace it. Embrace the fact that niggas is actually living to be old.
Yeah, you know ain't nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying?
Cause like the niggas is walking around there with like the Bengay. Is that what it's called? The little paint shit. Like, bro, and then like with the beard, we know you painted your shit, my nigga. Like, stop, bro. Like, just
nigga post on Instagram one day he was celebrities. That shit goddamn vibrant, black, brown, whatever as fuck, right? Yeah. Then you see they do like some Instagram live in the crib. That shit be great as hell. You like Kevin Hart. Right. Now, nigga.
That's facts. That's facts, though.
Hey, bro, we gonna keep it 100%. You know what I'm saying?
As we should.
And I say all of this in jest. And I'm also the type of person. I feel like we have a problem with like niggas saying shit. That aren't prepared to say the same thing in front of the person that they're talking about. And I feel like I'm only going to say shit that I'm willing to say in front of the person. I have some really bold opinions that I'm not going to put out there now because then I'm going to have to answer for it later. But
no, let's put it out there.
When I do, okay, just know that I stand by what I said and I'm willing to take any fucking consequence that comes with me saying said things. So there's some things I'm waiting until my career is a little bit more secure. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you talking about the niggas that's up there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. No. Oh no, the niggas around. I don't give a fuck about that.
Okay, well then let's get messy.
Okay. Oh.
How you feel about the motherfucking local music scene, man?
Well, can we pour another shot?
Yeah, of course, man. Let's reset.
Since we're gonna get messy.
Yeah, now let's get messy, man. I'm feeling the vibes. You feel me? There's no politically correctness, none of that shit. We just
I feel like I've said some fucked up shit already, but
that's the point, bro.
Right.
This shit is really therapeutic when you think about it.
Yeah, it's man. Because you don't need to hold it in. I literally the last retwist I had, I said that you don't need to hold your emotions in. You know what I mean?
That's
like
facts. That's facts.
People always try to get you to feel a certain way. They're like, you should feel happy, or they're like, nah, nigga, we are human beings. We are creatures who experience a full range of different emotional happenings, and it's like we have to allow ourselves the freedom to experience and really like embrace every single one of those, not just the happy. I know it's so great to see people happy, but it's like you're not gonna be able to appreciate the happiness if you've never been sad. Exactly. You dig what I'm saying? So it's like, you gotta be able to take all that shit or whatever. But like also, with that, is being honest, being vulnerable. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you have to make sure you're honest, dog. Like be honest about how you feel and make sure that you get the shit out. You know what I mean? Luckily, I am an artist or whatever, so I'm able to get my shit out via music or whatever. You know what I mean? But like for the people that's just doing the regular 9 to 5 thing, you're just trying to be like the manager or the supervisor or whatever at your job or whatever. You know what I mean? Like you still need to make sure you talk to somebody. Everyone pushes for therapy. I'm not saying therapy isn't great because it is. You know what I'm saying? But really, therapy is just having someone to listen.
That's
you know what I'm saying? So make sure you find someone to listen and to get the shit off. Stop trying to. Niggas be trying to modify their opinion so much because we're in this little space where everything is fucking taken to the extremes and everyone's sensitive about something or whatever that you're afraid to express yourself, not knowing that the more you're repressing this, it's like torturing you from the inside. And then I can go on and on about that shit, man. But
but you got to the root, man. So shout out. You got to the root, bro.
You know what I mean?
Because niggas be surface level with it. So.
That's a fact. Yo.
Come on, let's get it. You ready?
Yo.
You ready to take a shot?
My bad. I was doing the lyrics.
You good,
I know you
nigga?
good. Come on, we all in there. We got DCM in this motherfucker. You feel me? Let them know. Yeah.
You bitch ass niggas.
Bitch.
That's a fact.
Come on. Cheers. All right, quick little reset. So how do you feel about the local music scene, man? Break it down for me. Because you've been doing this for a minute. You know what I'm saying? And you're getting better and better, right?
Thank you.
Wiser. You know what I'm saying? And just understanding who you are and your true identity, right? Just not even as an artist, but as a human being. How do you feel about it?
I feel like that's a broad question. Is there a way you can make it a little bit more specific?
Of course. So, as Defacto Thezpian, what has your experiences been as a synopsis? We don't gotta, you know what I'm saying? When it comes to a market here in North Carolina. Because we can travel to New York, we could travel to Atlanta, we could travel to a West Coast, right? And we see the infrastructure that's built. What was your experience here coming up here?
Well, I think I came up in like the perfect time, the perfect ascension of at least the Durham scene. But really at the bare minimum, like the triangle. So Durham, Raleigh, Chapel Hill.
And Durham and Raleigh is two different places.
Different places.
So stop.
There's gonna be people that's watching this that are from different states, and I know
stop.
like when you go in the airport, it's RDU, Raleigh, Durham. No, nigga.
Bro.
Raleigh niggas are different from Durham niggas, and vice versa.
It's
okay,
two whole worlds, bro.
So when I came up, it was when things were really starting to really happen. I came up the humble way, doing open mics, and you know what I'm saying, and doing like the pay to play shows. I don't do those. I do not advise you to do a pay to play show. I don't give a fuck where you are in your career. Do not pay to play. When I came in, the Real Law and Tune were really like opening the scene up. They were doing a lot of packed out shows. They were opening for everybody all across like the states. So, and then shortly after, I started doing my thing and started,
Take your time.
Yeah, because I don't want to.
Nah, I knew where you was going.
Well, let's just say that I put my time in. I'll say that. You know what I'm saying?
Great.
I put my time in, and and around early into me putting my time in, that's when the festival period that we had in Durham started happening. So we had it used to be called the Durham Hip Hop Summit.
I remember that.
Right. Yeah. Durham Hip Hop Summit changed into Beats and Bars.
Yeah.
Beats and Bars was happening, Art of Cool, Moog Fest, Hopscotch with Raleigh, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I just think that the time that I came up in, it was really like opportunities were really dope. You know what I'm saying? Not saying they couldn't have been way better because there aren't many reliable label connects. You know what I'm saying? Like you got people that I remember there was this nigga. I can't remember this nigga. Well, no, I actually do remember his nigga name. Okay, but because I was gonna say I don't remember this nigga name to call him out, but I do remember it. So, but I remember this nigga was talking about he was like super connected to DTP.
Yeah.
And I was like, Okay.
Yeah.
And you know me, I'm paying attention because Ludacris,
Chicken
duh,
beer.
right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like,
Back to the root.
I'm like, all right, but this nigga ain't do a goddamn thing, but just use that as like a way to bring niggas into parties and shit. And I was just like, bro, like, it's just a bunch of niggas just faking the funk out here. It's just so many people just faking and all that shit or whatever. So it's like, I mean, I'm gonna be real, like,
wake it up.
The scene, I think in a general sense, the scene is growing, which is what you want, right? It's growing, and it's growing in a good way.
Right.
So I think that's like the overall thing that I definitely want to point out, right, before I say anything else.
For sure.
Pardon me. I do believe, though, that as much as it's growing, we do have a problem with acknowledging what we have that's homegrown.
Oof.
You dig what I'm saying? So, like,
wake it up.
You know, it's J. Cole is one of the biggest artists, regardless of how you feel about him as an artist or whatever.
Yeah.
The fact is that this nigga genuinely did have to leave North Carolina just to get appreciated by North Carolinians. And he had to go to New York. You know what I mean?
For 10 years.
Come on.
Yeah.
Damn. You know, shout out to the homie Groove producer.
Oh, I felt
phenomenal producer. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you know, he's in LA.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and that's once he got out there, that's when the shit really just started jumping.
Yeah.
Same thing with G Yamazawa, right? You know what I mean? So it's like, I just think that we have to do much better, because not even just speaking, I mean, of course, speaking personally, right? Because that's where you got to speak from first. But like, personally, and then also just witnessing how people just act with everyone else. It's like, man, like, we got to do better with like supporting our homegrown, man. Like, because we have too much talent in North Carolina. Yeah. Even just the triangle alone. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I'm going to say talent and not just dope rappers, because you didn't ask that specifically, but do I think there are a lot of dope rappers in the area? No.
What's the difference? In your term,
difference between what? Dope rappers
and like talent.
Okay. So when I say talent, I say that to speak on the multitude of musicians that we have in the area, the multitude of singers that we have, right? You know, so not necessarily just honing in on the rappers. If we're just honing in on hip hop specifically, that shit ain't looking good, bro. Yeah, that shit ain't looking good. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think there's that many people that are like genuinely like refreshingly dope. Like what I said with the artists that I look at that kind of keep me motivated and keep me incentivized. Like when I look out there, I don't see like like niggas mixes be trash, niggas lyrics be trash, niggas songs be basic, the videos be basic.
Rapping over their vocals.
You know what I'm saying? Niggas is paying for followers that look cool, but only got like 35 likes on their shit or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like,
or and can't even bring nobody to their show.
No, that's a fact. Or don't do shows. They're just like an online artist. You know what I'm saying? Like, me personally. I'm always a performance first kind of person. You know what I'm saying? Like, and so like if you can perform really great, my respect for you is going to go up tenfold. I did not really listen to Larry June, right? I didn't really listen to him or whatever because he reminded me too much of Dom Kennedy. I don't really fuck with Dom Kennedy like that or whatever. Not saying that they're not good. I just, you know, they're just not my cup of tea. More so from like a cadence aspect.
Monotone?
Yeah, well, okay. So, funny story.
Because I genuinely want to know.
There was a shorty that I used to fuck with. Yeah. Sorry. There's a shorty that I used to fuck with. Yeah. And another.
Anyway, we good.
Okay, no. Another woman that has, I'm sure, because I haven't had sex with her in a while, but disclaimer. You know what I'm saying? She stopped fucking with me, but exceptional vagina.
Shout out to you, whoever you are. See, I had to add that last part. Go ahead, though. I'm sorry. You know I gotta ad-lib your shit.
That's a fact.
Gotta ad-lib.
So, so I remember one time, like, she's kicking it with me, And this is when I was really, I mean, like, you know, you said it earlier, Badu said it best. Artists are sensitive about this shit, right? So, like, I've always been sensitive about my stuff, but I feel like I was really sensitive more so in the beginning of my shit. Now it's like,
It's different.
I'm more willing to accept, you know, commentary or, you know what I'm saying, however it comes in. Right, criticism. I'm kicking it with her, and we're talking about my music, and I remember her saying, now, mind you hear how I rap.
Yeah, for sure.
Right?
For sure.
Again, Ludacris was my,
Yeah.
you feel me? So like for me, my side of thinking with cadence was like, I want to do whatever the best cadence that you can possibly do on this beat.
Yeah.
That was always my goal, how I always looked at it. You dig what I'm saying?
Wow.
What's the best way? If the best rapper came with the best flow, how would that shit sound?
Right.
And that's the flow that I'm attacking. You dig what I'm saying? So I've always been like that. So even then, so I remember like, I think I had played her a song or something like that, and she was like, yeah, like, I like it, it's cool, but you know, I really fuck with Dom Kennedy. I think his flow is way better. So it's kind of like that Drake, when Drake was trying to play Drake and he played Ludacris, ironically enough, right? You know what I mean? So after that, I was like, I remember going back and listening to that nigga music. I was like, bro, this nigga can't rap like me.
Yeah. That makes sense though. Come on.
You feel me?
I feel you.
So I'm like,
Yeah. And I actually fuck with Dom.
yeah, but you know, and again, that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that he's not a good artist,
but
right?
I get it though.
But that's why, because I'm just like, the way he flows is not even how I approach music.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I just feel like I do much more. So for her to emphasize the flow aspect of what he does, it just kind of, you know what I mean? So it just made me not like what he did even more. So by extension, Larry June. So to go back to the original point, I never really listened to Larry June, right? But I went to Dreamville Fest last year, and I saw him live. And his live performance was fucking dope as hell. Yeah. And so it made me become a fan. You dig what I'm saying? So like, if you can perform really great, I'm going to fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to fuck with you off of that aspect. Now, a close second is lyrics. I am really big on lyrics. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why I said that shit about what I said about Logic. That's why I feel the way I feel about Joyner Lucas sometimes or whatever. Because there's like a lot of niggas that rap fast that don't be saying shit.
Come on, wake it up.
They just make use of syllables.
Wake it up.
And they finesse the flow. But when you actually slow what they say down, do you still be like, ooh, or do you be like, oh?
Oh, okay. I can say that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I was mad at Busta Rhymes when he did that Look at Me Now verse. Because I was like, nigga, you know you rap way better than that. And that shit was simple as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Great execution, cadence-wise, but it's like, nigga, that shit won't that. You know what I mean? Yeah. And it's still a good verse. I'm not saying it was trash, but it was like, you know, I'm that type of person. You know what I mean? Like, I have a higher standard for the craft. You feel me? So, in that aspect, no, the scene is not doing that well. There's a lot of people that have, like, a lot of attention on them that just aren't really that good, man. I mean, like, because niggas the problem is, I'm going to be honest with you.
Break it down.
The problem is not the artist. The problem is the audience.
What audience?
Everyone around. Everyone's standards have sunken lower and lower. I played a song one time at someone's house. It was like a house party joint. It's my homegirl, Nadia. I just ran into her the other day. No, she just bought like 4 CDs, 4 of my projects from me on CD or whatever, if I had to shout her out.
Shout out to Nadia.
She had like a birthday joint, right? And I remember like I think I took control on some DJ shit or whatever, and accidentally, because I don't like playing my music around people. I'm not that type of person. I don't really like playing my shit.
Yeah.
You're
doing a lot better at it though.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So, but I have a song, ironically enough, called My Shit. Yeah. I play that. The first thing someone points out, oh my God, it sounds so clean. It sounds like you're already on. And I'm like, bitch, it's just mixed well. Like, tell me about the actual song. You know what I'm saying? But just because my shit sounded nice on a mixing standpoint, motherfuckers was like, oh my God. But it's like, nigga, like, you know what I mean? But that's how trash nigga shits be. There's so much trash with niggas shitty ass mixes, shitty ass lyrics, shitty ass music, shitty ass presentation. You know what I'm saying? All this shit.
Yeah. Talk your shit.
And motherfuckers is goddamn just accepting it as like, you know what I mean? Like if you say, oh, Nigga, the moment you say you're a local artist, motherfuckers will put you from up here to down here already immediately just because you said local, right?
Quick.
So like, and then if you say you an artist, they take you right here. You know, they bring you like halfway down.
Yeah.
But it's like the standard is just so fucking low with audience members. You know what I'm saying? With just entertainment in general. Because I go on a goddamn tangent about films. We ain't gonna speak about that. But like, people just accept low standards. So it's like because of that. I don't think it motivates the artist to get better. Oh. You dig what I'm saying? So that's why I say it's not necessarily the artist. I can't blame the artist for sounding how they sound necessarily. It's because you're not having honest audience people. You know what I'm saying? Like members or whatever. Yeah. And even if they are honest, it's like they don't even realize how low their standards have gotten. You dig what I'm saying?
Facts.
So it's like, man, to go back to your original question, how do I think the scene is? I think it could be better. It's growing. Yeah. It's growing. Yeah. But it could definitely be better. Well, that was a long answer. I'm sorry.
Nah, you good. You good. Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to say one thing. Disclaimer. Okay. I do not fuck with rappers who rap over their own lyrics. Can we just pause? Let's just
let it breathe.
If you rap over your shit during a live show, rapping over the actual songs and not a show track, or just the beat, because that's how I would do it. If I couldn't afford to get the show track, I would just rap on the beat. You know what I'm saying? If you're not doing either of those and you're actually rapping on your lyrics, like I said, performance is number one for me. So as soon as you do that, I'm already tuned out. I'm probably not going to listen to your music, to be honest with you. I don't like that. Not when I'm really, you know what I mean? Another person who I genuinely stopped listening to because they rap over their lyrics, Dave East.
Oh, I didn't even know he rap over his shit.
I didn't know either. And then someone that I fuck with went to one of his shows and was posting footage, and everything that she posted literally was him rapping over his stuff. And I was like, yeah, I literally did that. I literally did what you just did. And I was like, nigga, you come up under Nas and you're rapping over your lyrics, dog?
Damn. Man.
Yeah, so nah. I had to stop fucking with him.
Yeah, man.
Not saying that he isn't dope, but I'm like, once my respect for you on the performance aspect goes down, I'm like, yeah, I can't. It can be somebody I know, nigga. If they start doing that shit, I will literally walk to the bar. Yeah. Or walk outside and hit the weed.
Yeah. Come back in.
That's a fact.
Damn, you still gone? Yeah. Big fact.
Nigga, I go to the goddamn stall and shake my shit. No piss coming out.
Yeah. You got to give credit where it's due, man. Like, you've been doing this shit for a minute, bro. And you remember I even told you, like, first video I saw of you was you at South Point Mall with the pot of beans. You know what I'm saying? Like,
highly doubt it.
Come on.
It's on YouTube right now.
Let them know. When I say this, I'm proud of you, bro. I'm rooting for you, man. Like, keep doing what it is that you're doing. I respect the fact that you took initiative. Because even remember with the talent is everything, bro, you broke down the vision. You know, a lot of times you can't even share that with certain niggas. You can't even share that with other people. You feel me? And that goes back to understanding how you move to where it's like, when you're closed off, it's not deemed as like you don't fuck with niggas. It's deemed as just protection. So when you feel like, oh, okay, like you actually genuine, I fuck with you, that's when, you know what I'm saying, you start to blossom. Because you're going to blossom regardless, but in a certain situation of like, when you're comfortable, you know what I mean? And man, I acknowledge that and I appreciate that. And like I said, just building with you in the talent is the everything phase to where, and by phase I don't mean like short lived. I just mean
because we still pushing that.
Still pushing.
We still pushing that.
But the phase, you know what I mean? I just mean the breakdown of the mapping out of this is what's going to happen and it's happening now. You get what I'm saying? Right. That's what I meant by it. So I have to make myself clear.
Word up.
So even in that time, man, it just really inspired me because it's one thing to look at these Coles, it's one thing to look at these Kendricks and Drakes, right? To where it's like, oh shit, I see what y'all doing. Of course there's more, you know what I mean? But right. But you look at these niggas and you like, damn, okay, I see what they do. But when you see greatness around you, and even shout out to my nigga DCM, you feel me? Like, greatness. But when you can see it to where it's feasible, to where it's reachable, you can touch, you can talk, you can actually feel it. It's different. You know what I'm saying? The inspiration is different. You got it. Like you truly got it, bro. Like you are destined for greatness. My advice, not saying that you need advice per se, but just my word, bro, is just continue to be more gentle with yourself. Don't be so hard on yourself, my nigga. Because knowing that you're destined for greatness, knowing that your bar is high, it's easy to look at our current circumstances and be like, damn, what the fuck?
Right.
Fuck these other niggas, fuck these other bitches, fuck everybody. We're talking about you in your world, in your realm. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people don't know that, right? Straight up, man. Straight up. No, for real. For real. That's what it's truly about,
Appreciate
man.
that, man.
So I wanted to give you your flowers, man, because you that nigga, bro, and you got it. You know what I'm saying? It's just a matter of, like, creating spaces like this to where it's genuine, to where we can show you and allow you to continue to be great. Not saying that you need this to be great, per se.
No, I do, though. I
You know what I mean?
do.
But
I need it all.
we all in this together. You know what I'm saying? This is part of the plan. It's written. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like I'm like Goku's spirit bomb. You know what I mean? Like I need that energy from everyone. It's not like and most importantly, it starts with myself for sure. You know what I mean? But like no great thing has ever happened because of one person. You know what I'm saying?
Come on.
So it's just like I need that. You know what I mean? I need these channels. I need that love. You know, I need the opposite of love. You know what I'm saying? Like I need that balance. And I need good people like you. You know what I'm saying? That are open enough to allowing people like me to express myself. You know what I'm saying? Like honestly and vulnerable.
And be great.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I try. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm aiming for. Where I'm at, it's like I'm just willing to be more open and I'm just in a more emotional state. You know what I mean? So it's like I'm not trying to burden myself with keeping it all in. It's like, no, get it out. So yeah.
Talentiseverything.com.
Talentiseverything.com.
Come on, man.
That's a fact.
Well, listen, man, I appreciate you for coming through.
No, I appreciate you,
The
man.
space on the phone is probably gone. That shit. Well, where we at? Where we at?
2 hours and 12 minutes.
Legendary, nigga.
Yeah, nah, we keeping all that shit.
Legendary, nigga. I told y'all niggas.